Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. In today's video we will once again be doing a Bitcoin update, as I think today is a very important day, not only for Bitcoin but for crypto itself. Why? Because today we do have once again an FOMC meeting in which the Fed will announce what they will do with the rate hikes, and also they will announce with how much they will be reducing the balance sheet. Both very important things, not only for crypto, but also for equity markets. And we all do know that equity markets, like the US stock market, do have a very big correlation to Bitcoin. So that is why today is very important. I want to discuss the different scenarios that might happen and how you can be prepared for the possible scenarios, and which scenario I think is very likely to be playing out today. So first of all, I just want to start with a quick Bitcoin analysis. Right here we can still see that Bitcoin is trading inside of this massive bear flag. Bearish, super bearish. The previous two times we touched the higher low trend line right here, we have seen two massive bounces, as we can see. Two very big wicks got created on the lower side of the candlesticks, meaning there was a lot, and I mean a lot, of buy pressure right here, in which we saw a continuation towards the upside happening twice for Bitcoin. But right now we have been consolidating above this support area, in which if we zoom in a little bit, we can also see that we had one bearish engulfing candlestick, two bearish engulfing candlesticks, and last night we had another bearish engulfing daily candlestick on Bitcoin, in which we do see a push towards the upside today, but that has everything to do with the upcoming FOMC meeting, of course. So we can see that the bulls are definitely losing strength if we compare to the previous two times that we touched the higher low trend line of this ascending channel. So that is, in my opinion, the first bearish sign for Bitcoin. A lot of bulls are looking at this. If we remove the parallel channel, a lot of bulls are looking at this right here, and that is this falling wedge formation for Bitcoin that has been breaking out today. But why do I think that this falling wedge formation is not valid? If we switch on the volume and switch it to a new pane below, we can see that during we formed this falling wedge, we had volume spikes all over the place. And that is making this falling wedge formation for Bitcoin invalid. Why? Because when you are forming a falling wedge formation or a rising wedge formation or an ascending or descending channel, especially with wedges, you want to see the volume decrease. And right now, we have not seen a decreasement in volume at all. We are actually seeing the opposite. So in the middle of this falling wedge, we have seen massive volume spikes all over the place. And that is for me a sign that this falling wedge formation is invalid for Bitcoin. So yes, we are getting the breakout, but we are getting the breakout on a little bit of a volume increase. But the volume increase is not near as much as the previous volume increases we had during we formed this falling wedge formation. So that is another very bearish sign for Bitcoin, that this is possibly a very big bull trap. If we go on to the open interest for Bitcoin, we can also see that if we go down a little right here, that during this move towards the upside right here, starting last night, during this move towards the upside, that the open interest on Bitcoin was actually decreasing. And that means that there's no new money coming into the market, that is just a bull trap. If we go on to some different exchanges, we can also see on FTX also open interest decreasing while the price is increasing. Another indication for a possible bull trap. On top of that, we do have that Fed meeting tonight, the FOMC meeting. So there is a very big chance that we are trapping a lot of moon boys, a lot of bulls right now into possible long positions. On top of that, we are also trading against massive resistance. If we look at the current range for Bitcoin, that it has been forming for a while: support, resistance, resistance, support, massive resistance, some more resistance, some more support, and right here it formed support and then resistance twice. So right now we are trading against massive resistance. Open interest is decreasing. On top of that, if we look at the volume on this move towards the upside, volume has been decreasing. On top of that, we have the previous high right here for Bitcoin. So this has been the previous high. We have broken through the previous high right here, possibly stopped out a lot of short position and trapped a lot of people into premature long positions. Volume increase, close the candle above the previous highs, so that means we have seen a liquidity grab as well. A lot of bearish signs, people, so be careful with opening new long positions right now on Bitcoin, in my opinion, because it is just looking very bearish. On top of that, if we go to the RSI, we can also see that the RSI right now, if we remove the moving average, that the RSI is also in the overbought area right here. 4 hour time frame, bearish divergence. So RSI is getting higher, but we are not forming any higher highs right here on the price action. So also a hidden bearish divergence is getting created on the RSI. Guys, we are seeing too many bearish signs right now. On top of that, if we go to the funding rates for Bitcoin, we can also see that the funding rates are turning more and more positive right here. Binance, Bybit, FTX, very positive funding rates. Even though we are trading against massive resistance, volume is decreasing, open interest is decreasing, the funding rates are still leaning towards the upside. So that means that we have a bigger chance of a possible long squeeze towards the downside. So guys, if we go onto the daily time frame and we once again switch on that massive bear flag for Bitcoin, what is a possible trading scenario? As we all know, often when we get the statements of the FOMC meeting, we often do see a fake out towards the upside first, to trap even more people in long positions and then see a strong move towards the downside. So often when we see the releasement of the statement, we first get a fake out. But since everybody knows that now and everybody is relying on the possible fake out first, there's also a big opportunity that the first move after the releasements of the statements is also the final move for Bitcoin. So everybody's expecting maybe, okay, we get the statement release, oh, we see a move towards the upside, or let's say we see a move towards the downside right here. Statements getting released, we see a big move towards the downside. Everybody thinks it is a fake out as usual. Everybody's opening long positions, but those long positions are actually giving us fuel for more moves towards the downside, as we can squeeze those long positions and get a price reaction towards the downside. That is definitely a scenario that I'm looking at right now for Bitcoin. I am already in some massive short positions from here and also from here for Bitcoin, and I do expect us to break this ascending channel or this bear flag, whatever you might call it, towards the downside, maybe get a retest and then see a strong move towards the downside to my final target of 30k for Bitcoin. What is confirming this target? If we take the Fibonacci extension tool and we measure this move right here, we can see the 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension is also exactly at a massive supply and demand so for Bitcoin. So we have seen some massive supply and demand for Bitcoin right here. So on top of the supply and demand, so we also have the 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension, which is the most important and most respected Fibonacci extension for Bitcoin at the exact same area. So a lot of confluences, a lot of indications are moving towards the downside right now, guys. So be careful by not getting trapped into this possible bull trap. If the bulls want to see continuation towards the upside, we have to go on the daily time frame, and they still have some very big barriers to break through, some very big levels of resistance for the bulls to break through. Especially these two levels right here will be getting respected very well. And if they can gain those levels, we might see continuation towards the upside. It all will depend eventually on the FOMC meeting and the outcome of that meeting. So everybody will wait for it. If we get some bullish news, we might see continuation towards the upside. But if we see a rate hike, then more than 50 BPS, basis points, then the bulls might get wrecked right here, guys. The bulls might really get wrecked right here. So be careful. Maybe wait with opening new long or short positions until we get the information from the FOMC meeting. I just want to say thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. We're almost at 200 subscribers. Smash up that like button and also make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are in the description. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.